What if his name was Mike Dukaka? Huh? Sorry, I'm just warming up. What, we can't do Mike Dukakis jokes anymore? You can't say that now? What can you say? You can say cringe. You can say mogged. You can say blank maxing. Those are the only three things you're allowed to say. If you're not communicating in terms of those being the mimetic basis for all human understanding, like it's all divided up into those three concepts, don't even bother. Why don't you write a fucking 15,000 word Substack article that nobody's gonna read? That's what smart people do. Smart people write things that nobody reads. And I'm not saying that as a knock against smart people, it's a knock against us. We should all be reading everybody's long-ass Substack articles. Then we would really understand what's going on. But no, because doing that would be too cringe. Sorry to Mike Dukakis, by the way. I know like other people have made that joke. I'm probably the most recent one, though. I mean, nobody's talking about you, bud. Sorry. There's a whole bunch of new guys since you dropped. Doesn't it kind of feel like no matter who we voted for or what we did, we would kind of still have ended up in a similar situation, just with a different mask on? I worry about that. Well, I mean, not really. Actually, I don't worry about it because I'm never going to have to vote again, so who cares? Right? We're all thinking this. We all want to live under a dictator. Hey, you're the ones who voted for him. Somebody did. Still trying to figure out who. It's a real Clue-style guessing game, you know? Somebody murdered democracy. And the murder instrument? The most powerful weapon there is. That's right. Voting. Democracy killed itself. This was no murder. This was suicide. They really, I mean, when they invented democracy, they really should have taken it into bigger consideration that we might vote for the wrong guy from time to time. And then when America was established, it's like somebody should have said, well, what if they vote for the wrong guy? And everyone said, hush, posh! Voters will read long Substack articles. I mean, pamphlets and circulars. And by the way, when I said hosh posh, that was one of the founding fathers. His signature didn't make it on the Declaration. They said it was too flamboyant. I don't know what that means. They were like, it would have taken up the whole fucking page. That's just hosh posh's style. That's why they killed him and they buried him under the Liberty Bell. This shit is all real. I'm writing a Substack article about it. I'm actually glad I didn't have to sign the Declaration of Independence. Now hear me out. I know it's a controversial opinion. Everybody is always thinking, you know, oh, I wish I got to sign it. Here's the other side of that, though. What if your signature isn't good? Like, mine is terrible. Like, you look at the Declaration, you're like, oh, Ben Franklin, Thomas Jefferson. And it's like, oh, my doctor was there for this? Either that's some dead guy's name, or it says, take 2 ibuprofen every day for 2 weeks. I would have just done the cool S. I wouldn't have bothered with the signature. It's like, just put an S on it. My signature looks like a toddler, like, in an earthquake, trying to draw a picture of their family. Here's what signing my name feels like. It feels like a QuickTime event in a video game that I fail every single time. It would explain why every time I sign my name, my vision darkens and words appear that say mission failed. It would suck if you died and you had an out-of-body experience, but it was just your body in grayscale and then the word wasted appeared. Like it's Grand Theft Auto. And then you just respawn. And all your memories come flooding back of your life on this physical plane. And your cousin comes up to you, he's like, Nico! You're like, fuck! I thought I died in a fiery car crash by driving a limousine off the top of the Empire State Building. That was Video Game Corner. Don't like it? Then stop opening your wallets for me. The developers need to learn. Stop pre-ordering games when you know they're gonna have a bunch of bugs for the first 6 months, says every nerd ever. Shut the hell up, man. I don't care if there's a bunch of bugs in it. I don't care if it makes my computer literally ill. I don't care if actual vomit comes out of my computer and it starts to smell of a rancorous odor. I don't care. I just want to play the fun game. I don't want to wait 6 months. Here's an example of a game with no glitches. You ready? Barbie Horse Beach Vacation for the GameCube. Okay? There's no glitches. I've been trying to identify a single flaw for the past 25 years. I've played this game hours every day, trying to find a single technical problem, but I can't. It's flawless. When I actually looked at the code, it was like looking into the mind of God itself. It was like fully comprehending pi, or discovering the golden ratio. There was an elegant beauty to the code, not unlike a horse on the beach at sunset. Do you ever, like, sometimes sign your signature so bad because you're like, I actually want to be identified because I'm not proud of what I'm signing. Like, if I'm signing a birthday card for my friend Jeff with a perhaps lewd image on the front, I'm gonna make sure it looks good, it's totally legible, that people know without any doubt at all that I signed that document. But other than that, who cares? So, this whole time I've actually been Donald Trump. I know it seems hard to believe. Can you imagine if somebody found out that Trump had a podcast that he kept on the DL, and it was just all about, like, Welcome to Night Vale? And when confronted by the press, he just insults them. He says, I don't know what you're talking about. That sounds like some nerd shit you would be into. And everyone's like, you know, he really seems to be in his element on his Welcome to Night Vale podcast. He's way better at that than being the president. He gets so into it, his attention to detail, it's so sharp, his recall, and everyone's like, this is who I voted for. But when he's president, he's just shitting himself and falling asleep. He's obviously putting all of his time and effort into the Night Vale podcast. And they're like, yeah, sure, it took like a downhill turn when Jeffrey Epstein could no longer co-host. But if you can still find them, I think they're still on archive.com. You can find the Welcome to Night Vale fan podcast with Jeff and Don. Jeffrey Epstein insisted on having his name first, even though he was the co-host. That's the kind of power he had over him. What the hell am I talking about? I'm thinking of becoming 35 in a couple days, and I'll decide whether I want to do it. If I choose to accept, I will become 35. I could deny it, I could reject it, I could not put my John Hancock on that. Did you know that John Hancock practiced his signature by giving people tramp stamps? Anyway, I mean, I don't reject it. I don't really care. After 30, it's like, who gives a shit? I definitely want to know when I'm 40, though. Like, I'm gonna have to check in every now and then and be like, how old am I? Just so that I know whether or not I'm 40. Because I feel like I have to do something after that. Like, I have to get different stickers on my car or something. Or maybe you just go to City Hall and, like, they don't really, like, do anything. They just look at you and say, you're different now. And you're like, okay, and then leave. You don't have to sign anything. You just have to know you're 40. You're different now. And by the way, this is something that can happen to anybody. Anybody can turn 35 at any moment. So, just be aware of that. And when should you really feel old? When does it get to a point where you're so old, but you have so much youthful vigor that even your grandkids are like, okay, just chill, Grandma. Like, you should be tired more now. It's like, when does it get to a point where, like, even your loved ones are just like, you're still here? I don't know how you live for a long time. I think you have to eat. bugs or whatever. I'm trying not to eat meat a lot because, like, there's some fucked up stuff happening to pigs that I found out about. I think they should bring back Meatman. You guys remember Meatman, right? From the 50s? He's the man who had regenerative flesh. That's where all the meat came from. It came from Meatman. If you were alive in the 50s, you had Meatman. Meatman's still out there, but he retired. He's like, this job has taken too much out of me. And nobody laughed, and because of that, he just lives in a cabin in the woods now. He says, fuck you guys. You didn't laugh at my hilarious joke when I retired. He got butthurt over a stupid joke. He's a piece of shit. Who could possibly be calling the podcast at this ungodly hour? Hello? Hello?
Meatman.
Hold on. Is this Meatman?
Meatman.
Okay, you have the floor, Meatman.
Meatman have sitcom pitch.
Meatman have sitcom pitch?
Meatman just want to make laugh. A show based on Meatman's life and experiences. It called Make Ends Meet.
Make it, eh. It's alright.
You know laugh?
I mean, I've heard better.
Oh, this is just, it's taking a lot out of me all over again, isn't it?
No, because now I don't know what this is going to drive you to. You've already given up society. What are you going to give up next?
Meatman, not no death.
What?
Meatman no die. Meatman no allow die.
You can't die?
Meat yes.
Meat, yes.
Meat yes is how I say yes, so. What?
I'm not attacking you.
What, Meatman offend you?
No, I'm not offended by you. I don't know what, you have such a complex about this whole thing. Are you mad at us because we got something out of you and you didn't get anything in return?
Only thing Meatman want is to be eaten completely, but only person who can eat Meatman completely is Meatman.
Oh, so to die you would have to eat yourself?
What word for correct?
The word, it's correct.
Oh, correct.
What? Well, that's horrible. You should never do that.
Why? Meatman give everything to others. Now Meatman give to himself.
That's really fucked up, man. I'm really sorry that you were created?
I got just plopped out.
Okay. We'll leave it at that, and thank you so much, Meatman. I know some of your meat is still in circulation today, so you're still feeding hungry people, and I do appreciate that. I just wanted to say that.
It mean lot. Now Meatman have somebody to live for.
I also, by the way, I know, like, you know, my parents ate you way back in the day for school lunch.
Uh-huh.
You know what they said? They said a little gamey.
Huh.
I mean, look, you can't please everybody, you know? And that goes for comedy and the taste of your own flesh. You just have to accept it. Thanks, Meatman. I don't know, maybe he was not such a bad guy after all. Maybe I was too quick to judge. I mean, I trust him more than a fish, and I'm fine. I mean, I'm okay eating a fish. You know, it would be different if, like, a chicken could eat a human being. Because then it's a fair fight. If all chickens were 10 feet tall, imagine walking home to your medieval village from a day of hunting, and you have the pelt of a chicken, and everyone in the village comes out, and they celebrate, and they throw a party. I guess what I'm saying is if we had to kill dinosaurs and eat them, then, like, that's okay. How do you think we would do hunting dinosaurs? Not that I know about anything that's about to happen. Why do you ask? I don't know anything. Do you know anything about dinosaurs coming to Earth? They're back, and they're pissed. What are the good alternative dinosaur extinction theories? What are they? That they actually evolved into what later came to be known as reptilians? And they're like, well, fuck this, we don't need to be here anymore. We want to go to Terrarium Planet because now we're reptilians. We want to sit on a rock all day and stick our tongues out just whenever. You ever see a lizard doing this? There's no rhyme or reason to it. There's no pattern. They're just making it up as they go. Well, I gotta bring out Slurp on Lipstick. He's the host of Time Check. He comes out here, he'll tell you what time it is, and we just let him get away with it. Look, we're all enablers. I get that. I'm among them. It's not like I'm being threatened by Slurp on Lipstick with blackmail, which is surveillance footage of me at that Hotel Continental breakfast, and I couldn't figure out the juice machine. There was nothing that was labeled a button and nothing that was pushable. I checked that thing up and down. There was no fucking way to get juice out of it. But obviously the video makes me look like an idiot, and I can't have that video getting out there. And for anyone saying, oh, well, you're already admitting to it. This is all parody, so it's fake. And I'm not just saying that because my lawyer told me to say that. I don't just copy him because I think he's cool. If I did that, I would also be copying his incredibly cool catchphrase, which is habeas corpus, I hardly know is. Why would I steal that? It's stupid. I don't secretly think it's really cool to say. Folks, give it up for Slurp on Lipstick. Slurp on Lipstick in the house. This is Time Check. Get your time on. Do it. Don't ask me what it means. Just do whatever your interpretation of that is. I don't have time to explain. I'm on a tight schedule this week. I need to lock it down. I need to make it all business. I need to be doing Time Check like in a room with a locked door that I don't have the key to. And there's just a sign on the front that says, do not disturb. Man currently checking time inside. There's like a skull and crossbones. Don't try to smell what it smells like in there, because I don't want people to know about my problem. You know, my medical anomaly. I'm going to the vet on Tuesday. And yes, I'm going for me, because the thing I have, supposedly, is a disorder that's only suffered in marsupials. And they think maybe I'm related to a kangaroo or something? I don't know. But, yeah, so what I was doing before I hopped in here to do Time Check... Oh, no. I see where I get that from now. Timing is also tight, by the way, because my 7 young identical sons recently have been just poking me, and when I asked them why they were doing that, they said every time we do that, it takes 6 months off your life. And I don't know if they're poking me in my sleep, so I have no idea how much time I have left. They won't tell me how many times they did it. So, I mean, you know, like families, you know, it's hard sometimes. And, you know, on top of that, I also smoked 20 packs a day when I worked at the CNN time desk for approximately 6 months, and I chain smoked through the entire thing. I had to share a dressing room with Wolf Blitzer, okay? At first they said it was temporary. And then after a while, I got the sense it was his idea. This is the first time I've talked about this publicly. I gotta get the truth out there. You think Wolf Blitzer's gonna do it? The guy who wears underwear that makes his bulge look way bigger than it actually is? This man is covered in layers of deception, and I've seen most of them come off. Of all the things I've mentioned, I think that's the one that's subtracted the most amount of time from my life. Do you think he's gonna tell you the truth? I don't think so. You gotta go to good alternative news sites. Go to Infowars.com. Now, do I agree with Infowars' point of view? I don't know. I don't know anything about them. I see info, I see wars, I say I hate info, and I want to see it destroyed. So yeah, sign me up in that war. Sorry, excursion. Who the hell is calling Time Check? Hello?
Your pants are starting to smell.
Who is this?
It's Wolf Blitzer.
Oh, right. I should have recognized you by your very accurate voice.
You left your pants here? I couldn't help but notice. You gotta come get these pants. Everything smells like them now.
It's fine, just get rid of them. You can burn them, I don't care.
You don't understand what I'm saying. Everything smells like those pants to me now. I have been inflicted with a disease where everything smells like that particular pair of pants. The scent of my child's hair, it's your pants. My wife, your pants. Even the taste of ice cream just tastes like your pants, but cold.
Did you go to the doctor to get it looked at?
I can't afford that. My insurance is shit, man. I think we get like 6 hours in a sauna with Sanjay Gupta.
I know you're more into news. Here's a fucking headline for you, you son of a bitch. It's 12:12 a.m. Cable is the irrelevant, podcasts are the future.
I almost taste blood in my mouth, but it doesn't taste like blood. It just tastes like your pants.
Yeah, good. You deserve that. You're not a good man. Hold on. I'm getting another call on the timeline. Hello, who's this?
Meatman. Who is that?
I think this is Meatman.
Meatman want talk, wolf. Look, Meatman really need break right now. Meatman need to make things work. Meatman want world to know Meatman story. You know what, Meatman? This would be an excellent scoop. You've been on the DL for a while. Reach out to me, and I'll be sure the people hear your story. Meatman want to talk money.
Meatman, come on. Like, just be cool. Alright, thanks everybody. Look, I gotta get out of here. In the meantime, a merry habeas corpus to you. See you later. Give it up. What a time check. The thing is, I can't do anything about Slurp. He's become a load-bearing edifice in my life due to the aforementioned blackmail. I can't let anybody know my juice secret, okay? Because then everybody will know I'm a big dum-dum. I've been a big dum-dum the whole time, with the mind of an infant. And you never really grow up. I don't think you grow up fully. I think you remain infantile and immature, and you take on affectations and getting better at adapting to circumstance. And instead of actually learning from anything, you just put on new coats of paint on like the same immature, childish shit. But it's couched in like adult terms. Like I saw a post today that was like, men use girlfriends to access their inner child. And it's like, yeah, no shit. Like, you start out as a child, and then you learn how to stop being a child, and then when someone gives you the opportunity to be a child again, you do it. It's almost like you were actually never an adult the entire time. Most people want the good parts of being a child. There are bad parts of being a child. Everything's really scary. When I was a kid, I went trick-or-treating, and these two old ladies, they're like those two old lady twins from a series of unfortunate events. They gave me a little smooch on my face, and I was like, I don't know, 6? And I was like, nope. Didn't like that. And that was like the scariest thing I could possibly imagine, was old weird ladies kissing me on the cheek. Don't like it. I don't like it at all. You know what else I don't like? There is one thing that's really been eating away at me, and it's hard to talk about, but I'm having a really good hair day, but I'm on vacation, so nobody's seeing it. This new thing happens now where every single time I go to sleep, no matter what I do, it doesn't matter what position I take, I wake up with hair looking like a character with special needs in a movie made in the 1940s. I look like a politically incorrect portrayal. I wake up problematic. And I know what you're saying, like, hey, put some, wet it down. And I do this. It's finally gotten to the point where I run the shower head. I stick my head in the shower every morning, regardless of if I'm taking a shower. But I'm down to like a shower every other day. I feel like we're not at a point in civilization where we're comfortable admitting that we shower once every other day. Unless it's like, middle of summer and it's like 95 degrees. Or if you're working in a coal mine. But otherwise, it's like, what are you doing? You're working from home in your PJs. You haven't left a climate-controlled environment since Tom Hanks got COVID. I don't think anything else happens in this one. The episode? I don't think anything else happens. I didn't plan for anything to happen, but I never have, and stuff still happened. But the following part of the podcast actually is scripted, and I've been rehearsing this in the mirror for a couple weeks now. We'll see how it goes. All right, we'll see you next week.